G. Spencer, aka Lil Cali, allegedly from New Money Killaward, and a 15-year-old friend were walking west from a gas station on 79th and Ashland on May 12, 2013, when they both were shot by an alleged BBG member, Black Mo. The next day, Little Cali unfortunately passed away. The next day, on May 14th, 2013, alleged BBG member Black Mo was killed allegedly by Killa Ward member Juice for killing Little Cali. On September 19th, 2013, Shantina Burpo, aka Tina Boo, and the sister of alleged high-ranking New Money leader Buttercup was fatally shot in a drive-by shooting. Burpo was standing on the 7900 block of Southwood at approximately 11:55 p.m. As she stood with several alleged Killa Ward members, a dark-colored sedan opened fire. Burpo was hit in the abdomen. Burpo was rushed to Advocate Christ Medical Center, where she was pronounced dead at about 4:18 a.m., according to the medical examiner. It is believed that Burpo was not the target in this shooting. Prosecutors believe that the shooter was 30-year-old Christian Taylor, an admitted member of the Blackstones. The cause of this shooting and the other shootings was allegedly an ongoing gang war between the Killa Ward faction of the Ganster Disciples and the Terrordome Bang Bang Gang fraction of the Black Stones. Multiple witnesses later identified Taylor as the shooter, according to prosecutors. Police learned that Taylor had fled to Southern Illinois, and Taylor was arrested in Springfield and charged with first-degree murder. This is the same rivalry that allegedly led to the 2015 murder of 9-year-old Tyshawn Lee, according to the Chicago Tribune. The August 5th, 2015 murder of alleged Killa Ward member Adarius Hayes, aka Juice, the alleged killer of Black Mo. Juice was found fatally shot inside of a car on 75th and Damon. Juice was allegedly killed by BBG. On October 13th, 2015, Tracy Morgan, aka Tea Time, an alleged reputed Terrordome member, was shot and killed in the West Chatham neighborhood after leaving a mandatory meeting for parolees, part of an anti-violence effort by the Chicago police. Morgan's mother was also wounded in the arm by gunfire. During the ride, Morgan's mother noticed that they were being followed by a silver sedan that had been parked outside of the mandatory meeting, according to Assistant State Attorney Jamie Santini. As they headed toward 83rd and Lafayette, the car passed them on the left, cut in front of them, stopped, and another vehicle stopped behind the car, boxing them in. That's when alleged Killa Ward member Khalil Yamin and another gunman got out of the stopped cars, walked to Morgan's vehicle, and pumped 15 rounds into it. The mother managed to drive to a nearby gas station and call for help. After Yamin allegedly killed Tracy and wounded his mother, Tracy's brother Corey sought revenge.
And police say Doty and two other men, Corey Morgan and Kevin Edwards, were set on killing as many people connected to a rival gang as they could as retaliation for a gang shooting that killed Morgan's brother and wounded his mother.
Shortly after the shooting, Corey Morgan stated that since his brother was killed and his mother had been shot, he was going to kill grandmas, mothers, and children. At one point, Doty set up a surveillance of Tyshawn's grandmother so he could kill her in order to draw out rival gang members.
That's because the three men believe Tyshawn's father was responsible for the shooting that killed Morgan's brother.
5 days later, on October 18th, 2015, 19-year-old Brianna Jenkins and Deshari Bowens were sitting in a car at around 4:30 p.m. on the 7800 block of South Honore. Jenkins was shot multiple times and pronounced dead at the scene. Friends drove Bowens to Advocate Christ Medical Center in Oak Lawn, where his condition stabilized. The alleged shooter was Dwight Boone Doty. Doty walked up on the car that Bowens and Jenkins were sitting in and opened fire because he saw Bowens, who he believed was a member of the Killa Ward gang. On November 2nd, 2015, 9-year-old Tyshawn Lee was sitting on a swing in Dawes Park when a man approached him, dribbled his basketball, and offered to buy him a juice box. The man, who would later be identified as Dwight Boone Doty, then led Tyshawn to an alley where police say he shot and killed Tyshawn. As this was transpiring, Corey Morgan watched in a nearby getaway car with Kevin Edwards. Corey Morgan is the brother of Tracy Morgan. The brothers were allegedly members of BBG, aka Bang Bang Gang, Terrordome, Blackstones, and had been feuding with the Killa Ward Ganster Disciples, that includes Yamin and Tyshawn's father, Pierre Stokes. Tyshawn's murder, therefore, was meant to avenge the earlier killing of Tracy Morgan. When asked about the shooting, Boone Doty laughingly said he was facing the child as he shot him, saying, quote, "Shorty couldn't take it no more." Prosecutors allege that he planned to go back to the park Tyshawn was playing at and shoot it up, saying that he should have killed all the kids in the park, but the police were already there. Boone Doty was also in the process of writing a rap song about the killing, according to prosecutors. Boone Doty planned to torture the young boy by cutting off his fingers and his ears, but ultimately lured him into the alley and shot Tyshawn in the right temple, and the bullet came out of his left temple. Tyshawn was also grazed in the back, in the right forearm, and in the right hand. The Smith & Wesson pistol used to kill Tyshawn Lee was straw purchased by a man named Andre Williams in September of 2015. Corey Morgan's brother Anthony, a friend of Williams, sent $900 to Williams in a Walmart money transfer for the Smith & Wesson and another gun, according to federal prosecutors. Anthony Morgan got both guns in the mail shortly thereafter. Morgan pled guilty in the gun running scheme and admitted to giving the weapons to his brother Corey and other members of the Terrordome Blackstones. No forensic evidence ties the murder weapon to Doty, but the prosecution linked the Smith & Wesson to the Morgans and to Doty indirectly. Morgan, Doty, and Edwards were looking for revenge when they spotted Tyshawn, whose father, Pierre Stokes, was suspected by Terrordome members in the murder of T-Time. Remember when I said 2 shooters boxed in Tracy Morgan? The other shooter is allegedly Chris Smith. And Christopher Smith is not only an alleged reputed member of Killa Ward, Chris Smith is also the family member of Pierre Stokes, which is why BBG was so adamant that Pierre Stokes had something to do with the killing of Tracy Morgan, which is why they wanted to kill Tyshawn Lee. On March 8, 2016, Pierre Stokes shot 3 people at a gas station in the 7900 block of South Ashland. The victims were Corey Morgan's girlfriend, Robin Matthews, and her 2 adult nephews. Stokes was found guilty of attempted murder and aggravated battery with a firearm. While incarcerated on gun charges, Doty began to brag about the murder of Tyshawn. An inmate told jail officials about Doty, and a court order was obtained to secretly record Doty. The recordings have Doty implicating himself in not only Tyshawn's killing, but the murder of Breonna Jenkins as well. Plus, GPS data links Doty to the killings. Anthony Morgan received 4 years for his participation in purchasing the weapons. Corey Morgan was charged with murder. Morgan denied any involvement. Kevin Edwards pled guilty in exchange for a 25-year sentence.